I'm here at the Hasbro booth, Comic-Con, New York, and I'm here with the amazing Pat. And we're going to talk Ghostbusters. Okay, and
that's the only thing I'm qualified to talk about, so this is good.
Well, I'm talking to the right person. That's a good thing.
Absolutely.
That's a good thing. Now, you have, I'm going to call it a smorgasbord of Ghostbusters goodies for us here. Tell us just a little bit. Give us the overview.
All right, so top shelf, we've got our Ectoglow capsule collection, starting with San Diego Comic-Con 25's release of the Ectoglow Heroes 4-pack. Then the pre-order over here for the Ectoglow Ecto-1, and then we have what is launching tomorrow for pre-order, the classic Ghosts Ectoglow 2-pack with Stay Puft and the Green Ghost, aka Slimer. If you move down a shelf, shipping soon, we have our Ectomobile Anniversary Edition HasLab, along with the Library Ghost, Slimer, and the special gift Tully. And next to them, our Rooftop Showdown 4-packs. And a special, never before seen, but seen now. I brought it with me on the train this morning. The packaging for the Rooftop Showdown 4-pack, which is some of my favorite packaging that I've been able to do so far on the brand. And then the coup de grace, right here on the bottom left, we've got our 1984 Proton Pack with the 1984 wand sold separately. I have them paired here just so you can see that whole total package together.
The problem I've got now is like where we begin with this, but I think that we had to start with the car because you and I...
Which one?
Well, I'm going to start with this car. Sorry,
right,
we have to start with this car because you and I spoke about this. It was literally a year ago.
Yeah.
Basically, almost a year ago tomorrow.
Yep.
It was brand new then, and as you know, I probably talked about the lights more than anything else.
That original model that we had, that campaign model, was the first time we had really seen all of those lights working together like that. And while we don't have the 1A version with us here, the 1984 Ecto-1 itself is still incredibly impressive. It's come such a long way from that original campaign model prototype to where we are right now. And all it took was a year.
Which is, by the way, remarkable, first of all. Congratulations, well done. But also, even that prototype model was freaking insane.
I still have it. Those original prototypes aren't really built to last, so they do the job, and then we take bits and pieces from them as we make next stage prototypes and later stage prototypes. It's on the shelf in my office, displayed proudly with a bunch of gray models of the car stacked. It looks like a junkyard.
Thinking about that journey in just a year, what are the big things that you're excited for people to see?
All the little detail work. So if you look at the radio, it's got graphics on it. If you look at the car seats, it's got the individual, like the stitching, the engine itself. When you lift the hood, the engine is there. Just the little details I'm excited for people to have. And then the fact that they could plug it in and attach it to a smart device, attach it to a light switch, and then you turn it on and off the light switch, and the lights will come on and off. It's a big Christmas tree, especially the Ecto-1A. Just the amount of research, the amount of having to pause frames of the movie and then go to our friends who have these cars and say, I need you to film that light bar for me, and then I need you to slow it down and then send it to me. So it's been a really huge journey, like both as a fan, getting to see it come to life, and then professionally for me, getting to like meet people like you, like Nick, like everybody that is in this community is so invested in making cool stuff, and to be a part of it is just incredible.
I know certainly for Nick and the crew and us personally, having even a little part in helping you guys to produce this has been freaking awesome for us. We talked about the car, we have these incredible figures, but what drew my eye is this incredible box down here. So as soon as I walked in and saw it, I said, this has to be your work.
When we were doing the Rooftop Showdown pack, I had originally done just a rough concept mock-up of a marshmallow box. And I was like, how can I push this a little further? I kind of want to do die cuts in the box, make it look like it's burned, make it look like it had been scorched in the Rooftop Showdown. It's still an early prototype of the box, but you can see the die cuts here, and we've got some gloss finishes over certain areas of the box. But
so nice, this transition between.
Yeah, it feels really nice.
I don't think you see it on the camera, but there's that shine, and then it's beautiful.
Yeah, and then really like one of the funnest bits, if we can keep these doors closed and pull the lid off here, we've got the Gozerian, the Temple of Gozer from the rooftop, and then those
what can
doors
possibly be in there.
And those doors will open, and you will see your 4 heroes and all of their accessories.
To be honest, you've outdone yourself with that one.
Thank you. Wait till you see the box that the Proton Pack comes in, because that one's also a lot of fun.
Okay, that's a good segue.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the Proton Pack. So we saw this on Ghostbusters Day, or at least I saw it briefly before the heavens opened. I didn't get a proper chance, so actually I've been drooling over this today because it's my first proper look at this.
It's what we call a partial retool. There's actually about 80% of the tools used to make this have been completely altered. So we had to go in and remove all the dings, the scratches, the dents, the scuffs. Certain textures weren't accurate to what they should be. There were a lot of holes that needed to be filled in. That Afterlife pack had a lot of extra wires, a lot of extra cables. So going in and filling in those holes, changing the tools, altering the tools, and then the electronics got a complete overhaul. And I know you're going to get into that with Zach, so I'm going to stay away from it. But we were able to do some really fun stuff when reevaluating what was done previously and where we wanted to take this, and looking at, well, what could we do now that, like, it's 5 years later, technology's changed a little bit, what do we have some opportunities to do that we didn't back then? So I think you're going to be really pleased. I think you'll have fun, because I know you like taking stuff apart and, like, tinkering.
Just a little bit. Not that, like, when I got the trap, I took that apart immediately at all.
Yeah, I think you're going to have a lot of fun with this one. It's got a lot of the same features that made that Afterlife pack so great, and then loving updates, and just little tweaks here and there to make it feel like a classic Ghostbusters Proton Pack. And then, like, that ribbon cable, that was the most important thing to me. I remember going into, like, the first meeting and being like, if we can't nail that ribbon cable, we can't call it an 84 pack.
So when I saw this today, first thing I said was, wow. The one I have on my pack, that 3D printed pack that I built, some fans built that. It takes a lot of time and effort. You got to find all the right cabling, and then they lay it in plastic. And then it's a labor of love to make that.
It's a research experiment. You have to, pages and pages of photo reference, talking on the phone with Ghost Corp. Eric at Ghost Corp is a wealth of knowledge, and I bother him so much. I send him emails constantly, and I'm just like, oh, what about this? Hey, do you have reference for this? Hey, can I ask you, like, I feel like Columbo, and I'm like, one more thing. There's always just, like, one more thing I need to ask him about.
We all benefit from what I'm going to call the warm glow of Ghost Corps, and shout out to Eric for just all the support. I mean,
yeah, I had a meeting with him last week, and I said, hey, Eric, I need to borrow a photo of you for a silly video we made for the panel. And he looked at me like I had 7 heads, and he just said, yeah, whatever you need. The trust that they put in us to make stuff that the fans want, make stuff that the fans are excited about, and make it accurately is incredible. It's honestly, talking to them every week is the best part of my week.
Well, it looks amazing, and as you say, you are right. The first thing I'll do is probably try taking it apart.
The screws are in all the same places, so you already know how to take it apart. While we haven't provided the hardware for the Alice frame or for the brackets,
right,
or the brackets themselves, we have left the mounting, the nuts inside of that backing plate. Okay. So if people source their own screws and stuff and bolts, they are well within their right as consumers to do whatever they want.
Zach, hi. As I was just saying to Pat earlier, it's literally a year since we spoke about this vehicle.
Yeah, time does fly, doesn't it? But I'm very excited. It is shipping soon, and I can't wait for y'all to have it in your hands. We've finalized just about everything. We've gone through all of our rounds of testing, and we can be very confident that, especially with the always-on USB power that we've added, which I hope everyone enjoys. I can't wait to use it. I feel very confident in a very good, long lifetime of this product, even if you leave it on your shelf and never turn it off.
That's super exciting, because I know that's what will be happening. It's actually like the real Ecto. When we're out there in the street, the one thing people want to see is the lights, and they want to hear the siren.
Oh yeah. Well, and actually that brings me to the other thing with that external power. We do have it to be where when you get the lights the way you want it, if you turn the USB power off, when you turn it back on, it goes right back to the way you set it. So if you're someone like me who's going to put it in a display case, it's just set up, it runs the way you want it to every time. The sound, on the other hand, you have to hit the button for the sound. After about 30 seconds of that siren, I don't know that you're going to want it on anymore, so that will turn itself off.
What's interesting is that mirrors exactly the way we have it set up in the Ecto-1 NJ. You press it, it lasts for 30 seconds, and then it stops.
You've got engine sounds in there that are authentic, and even a hidden scripted sequence that'll give you lights and sounds coming on and working together as if the Ghostbusters had jumped in the car and are pulling out of the garage.
Okay, I'm very excited now. This is cool. And so, obviously, one of the big things about this is you've got two different racks. You've got the original rack from the Ecto-1, and then we've got the Ecto-1A. So tell us, I know we don't have that here, but just tell us a little bit about how that's now manifested.
So actually, it hasn't changed all that much. It is a nice, simple actuation. The entirety of that roof lifts off in one piece and replaces with an alternate roof that has the built-out 1A roof rack and lights built in. The car automatically knows which roof rack you're running and runs the correct sequences. It's a breeze.
You mentioned just now the USB, really big feature. Whereabouts are we going to find that on the vehicle?
So the USB port itself is hidden kind of between the rear tires and the rear bumper. It is parallel to the bottom of the car, and your cable comes out and away.
So the car is amazing. We've established that.
Thank you.
Let's talk about the 84 pack. A little bit about this.
The new classic pack. Unfortunately, this one here doesn't have our most up-to-date electronics, so I can't demo today. Taking our learnings from the Ecto-1, it does have that USB-C port on it, so you can do your always-on. In always-on mode, we changed a few things up off of fan responses. When you're on external power, anytime you hit a switch on your wand, it'll wake the pack up. Anytime. When you're packed...
I'm just going to pause you there. That's a big deal. That's a big deal, right? Because that was something, you just mentioned the fact that that's what fans have been wanting, and that I'm excited for that. Sorry to interrupt you, but that's a big deal.
Well, so... there's a reason. On battery power, it has to use power as long as it's checking if the wand's doing anything. So we had to have it time out. If you're on your USB external, you have unlimited power. You can always be checking. You can always be running. We redesigned the hose connection points to give you an even more secure connection. We've got some other new light and sound sequences that I can't wait to show you guys at a later date. Unlike the car, the sounds, if you're in always on mode, the sounds will not time out. Because you have volume control, that nice gray knob there, you set the volume where you want it, it stays there forever. If you're running it on USB power and you turn off the USB, when you turn it back on, the pack comes back on. Once again, if you want to build it into your display case, you can.
And here's what I'm imagining happening, is you've got this in a case, right? You've got it in your, I don't know, you've rebuilt the entire firehouse in your house, and then you flip a switch, and that pack comes on, and the boot up sound comes on, and so, I mean, that is going to be so cool.
Exactly right. The fan response has helped us shape these items to be what they are. We're going to get this in front of you all as soon as we can.
That's awesome. Zach, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure.